Have you ever wondered? Who controls countries when there is no world government? If there is no global police, no world parliament, then why do nations still follow rules? How are wars regulated? Who decides maritime borders? And how are human rights protected across the world? The answer lies in one powerful system: international law. But is international law really law, or just moral agreement between nations? In today's video, we will clearly understand the definition, nature, and basis of international law in the simplest possible way. In this video, Advocate Mukund Mahajan will explain it clearly. Let's begin.
Welcome to my YouTube channel, Legal Information Law Insights. I am Advocate Mukund Mahajan. Today we will understand one of the most important subjects in legal studies and global governance: international law, its definition, nature, and basis. Whenever countries interact, whether for trade, war, diplomacy, environment, or human rights, rules are required. Those rules are called international law. Let us understand this step by step. What is international law? Meaning, international law refers to a system of rules and principles governing relations between sovereign states and international actors. It regulates relations between countries, conduct during war, diplomatic relations, trade and maritime activities, human rights protection, environmental cooperation. Classic definitions of international law by jurists. 1. Lasse Oppenheim. Who was he? Lasse Oppenheim was one of the most influential scholars of international law and is regarded as a principal architect of modern positivist international law theory. He was born in Germany. Later became a British citizen. Worked mainly in the United Kingdom, University of Cambridge. Contribution. Author of the famous book International Law, a Treatise. Defined international law as a body of customary and conventional rules recognized as legally binding by civilized states. His writings continue to be cited by courts, universities, international law scholars worldwide. He helped transform international law into a systematic academic discipline. To Hugo Grotius. Who was he? Hugo Grotius is universally known as father of international law. He laid the philosophical and moral foundation of the modern international legal order. He was born in Netherlands, Dutch Republic. Contribution. Author of the landmark work De Gerbelli AC Passes, Law of War and Peace, 1625. Proposed revolutionary principles. Nations must follow law even during war. International rules arise from natural reason and morality. No state is above law. He argued that nations are bound by law derived from reason, justice, and morality. Modern laws of war, diplomacy, and international cooperation originate largely from his ideas. 3. J. L. Brierley. Who was he? J. L. Brierley was a distinguished British jurist and international law scholar, renowned for presenting international law in a clear and practical manner. He was born in United Kingdom. Contribution. Author of the famous book, The Law of Nations. Explained international law as rules binding states in their mutual relations. His writings remain widely used in LL.B courses, judiciary examinations, international law teaching across the world. He emphasized that international law consists of binding legal rules governing relations between states. You can support this channel by joining our membership, Level 1, 59 rupees per month, or Level 2, 119 rupees per month. Please click the join button below this video. You may cancel your membership anytime. Modern understanding. Today international law includes states, international organizations, individuals, multinational corporations, non-state actors. Example: war crimes trials against individuals before international courts. One major question often asked: is international law really law? Because unlike national law, there is no world parliament, no world police, no single global government. Let us analyze its nature. One law without central authority. International law operates through consent of states, mutual obligations, diplomatic relations. Countries voluntarily accept rules. Based on consent, states become bound when they sign treaties, accept customs, recognize international obligations. Example: membership in the United Nations implies acceptance of international responsibilities. 3. Decentralized enforcement. Enforcement happens through sanctions, diplomatic pressure, international courts, collective action. Example: judgments delivered by the International Court of Justice. 4. Increasing legal character. Today, international law governs aviation, maritime boundaries, space law, climate agreements, cyber regulations. Hence, it functions as real law, not mere morality. Legal scholars have proposed several theories explaining why states obey international law. Super thanks! If you find this video helpful, please click the super thanks button below this video and support the channel with 40 rupees or more, as you wish. 1. Natural law theory. Associated with Hugo Grotius. Principle: law arises from reason, justice, and universal morality. States follow law because it is morally right. 2. Positivist theory. Supported by jurists like John Austin, though critical of international law. Idea: law exists because states consent to it. Agreements create legal obligations. Treaties become binding because states agree. 3. Consent theory. States obey international law because they voluntarily accept rules. Sovereignty includes responsibility. 4. Pacta sunt servanda principle. A fundamental doctrine meaning agreements must be kept. This principle forms the backbone of treaty law worldwide. 5. Sociological theory. States follow international law due to global interdependence, trade relations, security cooperation, economic necessity. Modern globalization makes cooperation unavoidable. Hype. Click the hype button below this video and support this video using your free points, no payment required. Sources supporting international law. Brief overview. Under Article 38 of the Statute of the International Court of Justice. International treaties. Customary international law. General principles of law. Judicial decisions. Scholarly writings. Why international law matters today. International law helps in preventing wars, protecting human rights, regulating oceans and airspace, controlling nuclear weapons, environmental protection, global trade stability. Without international law, international relations would move toward chaos. Conclusion. To summarize: definition: rules governing relations among states and international actors. Nature: consent-based yet legally binding system. Basis: morality, consent, cooperation, and necessity of global order. International law represents humanity's attempt to replace power with rules. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon for more legal insights. Jai Hind! Jai Bharat!